Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by this video where you're in for an absolute treat. Now what I mean by this is you're not going to get just one unboxing. Nah. You're not going to get two unboxings. Nah. You're going to get 3 unboxings in this one video. That's right. You may have watched this separately on my channel where I did separate individual unboxings for them, but I'm going to do one big super unboxing, and I'm talking about the Back to the Future trilogy, the collector's editions. Now I am super excited to get into these. I'm going to show you around each one of these releases, and at the end I would love to know your thoughts on if you think they are worth it, or actually do you think they're overpriced? Do you think that the studio have just released these to capitalize on the 40th anniversary and to milk more physical media sales? Well, let's open these and find out. So right here, you've got a pretty solid rigid case. Could be made a little bit better, but I do like the little sleek finish right there. Now this is the J card with the age rating. So this is the front, which is nicely done with the font sticking out a little bit there. Now this is what the spine looks like, and then this is your J card right there. So I'm going to leave that there for a second if you want to pause and take a screenshot, and then we're going to have a look at the beautiful steelbook first. So this is your artwork for the steelbook. Now I love this simply because I love like the electric circle you get, of course Marty prevalent right there with the logo, but you've also got some nice really character blue background here of the Hill Valley. Then you've got Biff, you've got Doc, you've got Lorraine, you've got George, and then you've got the DeLorean with, of course, the famous flames down here. So I really like the steelbook spine. Pretty simple, fine. I don't mind that at all. Then you've got even more iconic moments at the back of the steelbook. Of course, famous moments throughout the movie. And I also love that they've included Einstein and, of course, Jennifer Parker right there. And look at that for a steelbook. That is absolutely gorgeous. Genuinely, the design, they've knocked it out of the park. This is the inside of the steelbook firstly. And wow, love the detail and design of the steelbook, because it's very similar to the props you're going to get inside. But you've got Blu-ray disc bonus disc. Then, of course, you've got the 4K movie itself. Next up, we get Do Not Open Until 1985, the collectible kind of packet, which I like the design of this. I get the whole fact that, you know, it's from when Marty writes the letter to Dr. Warren about the future, but it kind of defeats the point because we're past 1985 to open that, but it's still cool regardless. So I'm going to show you guys these one by one. So first up, we've got, of course, the flux capacitor, the rough design, of course, Doc has when he hits his head off the toilet. Okay, got a bit of a gripe with this already, but I'll tell you why in a second. So the next prop we have is the Save the Clock Tower. Of course, the flyer Marty gets for donating to the clock tower. And of course, you've got the, what Jennifer writes at the back, the number for our aunt's house. Gripe I've got with this is, why is this not blue? The letter that Marty writes to Doc to say, you know, hey, you know, you're going to get shot, basically, in 1985. So this letter, it's okay. Like, I quite like how they've done the paper design to kind of try and match the 1955 paper at the time. And even like the colouring on the back is quite nice. Like, it reflects that time period. Now, we've got here, this is pretty cool. We've got a Hill Valley Toddy slip. That's right. This is dated the 25th of October 1985 at 8:40 a.m. The name is Marty McFly. Has been made to by following reason the slacker Stanford S. Strickland. Yeah, there you go. There's Principal Strickland's first name, if you do not know. This is pretty cool. We got a photo of George and Lorraine. Quite nice, quite sweet. Very simple. A newspaper article saying that the clock tower struck by lightning. Sorry, yeah, I had a stick think there. Clock stopped at 10:04 a.m. Another newspaper flyer here. Here we go. Pharmacy's Flying Saucer, which of course I'm sure it's referencing the 55, right? But I could be wrong. But last but not least, this could have been made a little bit better. You can tell it's just clear paper, but they could have actually done it on like a nice gloss, but they didn't. And it is the photo of Marty, his brother, and his sister, of course. The famous photo to represent when he's disappearing in 1955. Welcome to the collector's portion of Back to the Future Part 2. Firstly, you get the really nice poster art. Now, I don't think the light is doing this justice, but the way that the characters stand out against the darker background is actually really appealing. They've done a really good job on that. Now, we've also got the spine of the box as well. Pretty standard, but you know, nothing to really quibble at. And then, of course, I'm going to hold this right here for a moment. If you would like to pause that. And then we're going to show you the steel book first. So this is the front of the steel book, which is beautiful. I really love like the gloss finish they've done in this, and the fact that the DeLorean connects with this. I love this like red, they did the circle design, and the first one it had was bright blue, and this one is red. And I love the image of Marty and Doc, and then the logos are sticking out. But then of course you've got the you know, the future Biff, and then you've got the different timeline of like Lorraine and then Biff, and then you've got Marty on the hoverboard right there. So really nice design on the front of the steelbook, and then on the back it's a really cool design as well. But still really nice to have the clock tower, the DeLorean, of course, Doc right there, Marty and Doc once again, Marty, Jennifer and Doc, and then pretty much Biff and his goons. So that is the steelbook from the front and the back, but for full picture transparency, that is it right there. So this only comes with 2 discs, whereas the first movie came with 3 discs. So show you the discs very quickly. So you have your Blu-ray, your 4K, but inside is really funky. I like this inside better than the first unboxing, because with this it shows all the future of like Jaws 19, which takes up pretty much the whole page, which is nice. Then you got a little bit of like the almanac, and then like, you know, the newspaper article, and then like, you know, of course the license plate. But it's very more simplistic in its design. It doesn't feel as if it's trying to cram in like 20 things into one. It's like 3 or 4 things. Do not open until 2015 from Cafe 80s. So let's open this up and show you the little gifts and exclusives and little props and stuff that you get inside. So we're going to pop that down there. Okay, so first up, I'm going to show you guys here, you have got a really cool, it's only one-sided, but you've got a really cool Jaws 19 poster. A little bit of a shame, because this just literally feels like a piece of paper. It doesn't really feel as if they put a lot of effort into this, but you've got a Biff $1 bill. The issue is this doesn't look very green, because I feel like they could have done more with this little prop. We've got the Almanac Grays, a blast from the past little souvenir ticket coupon, a little sports almanac. So just to show you a page or 2 from the inside, you've got the sport results right there. So then next up, you get the youth jailed, the Marty McFly Jr. arrested for theft. So this is before the future gets changed. And of course, it's cool that you have some news articles you can read there as well. Oh, and it's also double printed. That's cool. And this is double printed to show the change of how they change the future. Then next up, you've got some schematic prints of hoverboard designs for in the future. So you got those right there. And this actually comes as like a nice fold out layout, really. So I can't really show you them all, but that's them. And then on the back they're very basic. This is the box. So we're going to turn it over onto the spine. So the spine, pretty simple, but not too bad. Then of course we've got the back. So I'm going to have this right here. I'm going to let you guys pause that. I'm going to show you the steel book first. So the steel book firstly is this right here. So once again, they've knocked it out of the park with this circle design. This one's more yellow, bronzy kind of color, and of course it represents Back to the Future Part 3, which for me, underrated in the trilogy. This is my second favorite. Then on the back, you've got this as well. Some iconic images there of, you know, Clint Eastwood, Buford, Doc, and then of course Mary Steenburgen and Clara, and then Marty when he sees Doc's grave. So let's open this up, show you guys what it looks like all together. And there we go. Really, really nice steelbook. Love the design of this. I think they've done a stellar job. Blu-ray. A bonus disc, the 4K discs. This is what the inside looks like. So again, really nice, simplistic. They haven't tried to throw too much in there. A few letters, a few souvenir photographs, and of course the wanted poster for Buford. And I really like that design for Back to the Future Part 3. I think they've done a stellar job. And then this is the envelope you're going to get. So do not open until 1955. So that's really cool. And it is the Palace Saloon. You're going to start off with, this is a nicer print photo than in the first one, but you're going to get a print of Marty and Doc besides the clock tower when it was originally made. So yeah, a little bit of like nicer paper to print it on. So I appreciate that a lot. The letter from Western Union with Doc writes to Marty as well to let him know that he is in the Western Times. It's inscribed by, there you go, September 1885. Then you get Here Lies, just a kind of like slip of paper really. Here Lies Eva Brown, and you turn over, Here Lies Clint Eastwood. Oh, okay. Sort of, okay, this is quite funky actually. I'll show you guys this. I have to show you bit by bit because it's, as you can see, it's pretty big. But you've got like a time map here showing you from 1885 and the different scenarios that could happen from 1985 to 2015. So, you know, from all three movies, but like different routes and like what would happen if you do X, Y, and Z. Then you also get a DMC schematics print, flux capacitor. And then finally, you're going to get one of these other little cutout prints that you get from in the second one. So you've got the DeLorean, some more prints of the DeLorean. I don't know if it's all just DeLorean prints here. Like this one, I like this one. This is like futuristic looking. I like that one. That one's cool. Then you're going to get inside the DeLorean print, which is quite cool. And then you get finally more of the schematics of the kind of structural breakdown of the extras that's in there. So yeah, that is your unboxing of Back to the Future Part 3 Collector's Edition. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing of not just Back to the Future, not just Back to the Future Part 2, but also Back to the Future Part 3 Collector's Editions. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Are these going to be ones you're going to pick up yourself? Or actually, are you happy just watching this video and thinking, hey Mike, you saved me some money. Thank you very much for doing so. Well, all I ask of you guys in return is give this video a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and also movie reviews and Back to the Future celebrations. And I'll see you in the next one.